Have you ever noticed that even when everything around you is quiet, your mind is still loud? The room is silent. The phone is face down. The day is finally over. Yet inside your head, conversations continue. Worries replay. Old memories return. Future problems arrive before they even exist. And somehow the one place where you long to find peace, your own mind, feels like the hardest place to rest. What if I told you that thousands of years ago, Buddhist monks discovered a secret that most people still overlook today? A secret so simple that many dismiss it. A secret so powerful that it can completely change the way you experience stress, anxiety, sleep, relationships, and even your sense of self. The secret is not about controlling your thoughts. It is not about forcing positivity. It is not about becoming a different person. The secret is learning how to let your mind become quiet. Not empty, not numb, quiet. And there is a profound difference. In today's world, we have become experts at stimulation. We wake up and check our phones. We fill every empty moment with scrolling. We consume endless information. We move from one task to another, one worry to another, one desire to another. Yet despite all this activity, many people feel exhausted, disconnected, and emotionally overwhelmed. The strange thing is that most people believe the solution is to do more. More productivity, more self-improvement, more motivation, more effort. But according to Buddhist wisdom, the answer may be exactly the opposite. Sometimes peace appears not when we add something to our lives, but when we stop adding noise. There is an old Buddhist story about a traveler who crossed mountains to visit a wise monk. After weeks of walking, the traveler finally arrived and immediately began speaking. He talked about his problems, his fears, his disappointments, his ambitions, his regrets. For hours he spoke without stopping. The monk listened patiently. Then he poured tea into a cup. The tea reached the top, but the monk kept pouring. Tea overflowed onto the table and spilled onto the floor. The traveler jumped up and shouted, "Stop! The cup is already full." The monk smiled. "And so is your mind." The traveler fell silent. The lesson was simple. A full mind cannot receive peace. A crowded mind cannot hear wisdom. A noisy mind cannot recognize happiness even when happiness is present. Many of us spend our lives trying to improve the quality of our thoughts. But Buddhism teaches something different. It teaches us to change our relationship with thoughts themselves. Think about that for a moment. Most people believe every thought deserves attention. Every worry deserves analysis. Every fear deserves investigation. Every emotion deserves immediate reaction. But is that really true? Imagine sitting beside a busy road. Cars pass continuously. Some are beautiful. Some are ugly. Some are fast. Some are slow. Yet you remain on the sidewalk. You do not chase every vehicle. You simply watch them pass. According to Buddhist teachings, thoughts can be viewed in the same way. A thought appears. Then it disappears. Another thought arrives. Then it leaves. The problem is not the thoughts. The problem is that we jump into every passing car. We follow every fear. We chase every memory. We ride every emotion. And eventually we wonder why we feel exhausted. The Buddha observed something remarkable about the human experience. He noticed that suffering often comes not from events themselves, but from our attachment to the endless stories created by the mind. A single comment can replay in our heads for days. A mistake can haunt us for years. An imagined future can steal today's peace. The mind becomes trapped between yesterday and tomorrow. Meanwhile, life quietly unfolds in the present moment. This is why mindfulness became one of the foundations of Buddhist practice. Mindfulness is not complicated. It is not reserved for monks living in remote temples. It is not about achieving perfection. Mindfulness is simply returning to this breath, this moment, this step, this sound, this experience, again and again. The practice sounds small, but its impact can be extraordinary, because every time you return to the present moment, you weaken the habit of mental wandering. And every time you weaken that habit, the mind becomes a little quieter, a little lighter, a little freer. Modern life often convinces us that peace exists somewhere in the future. After the promotion, after the relationship improves, after the bills are paid, after the problems disappear. But Buddhist wisdom points in another direction. Peace is not waiting for you in the future. Peace is waiting beneath the noise. Right here. Right now. The challenge is that most people never stay still long enough to discover it. Silence can feel uncomfortable at first. When distractions disappear, unresolved emotions often rise to the surface. Old sadness, hidden fears, loneliness, grief. Many people immediately reach for another distraction because they believe something is wrong. But Buddhism suggests something different. Perhaps nothing is wrong. Perhaps the mind is simply releasing what it has carried for too long. Imagine a muddy glass of water. If you constantly shake it, the water remains cloudy. But if you set it down and allow it to rest, the mud gradually settles. The water becomes clear on its own. You do not force clarity. You allow it. The human mind works in much the same way. When we stop fighting every thought, stop chasing every distraction, and stop resisting every feeling, something beautiful begins to happen. The mental mud starts to settle. And beneath it, we discover a stillness that was always there. A stillness that does not depend on circumstances. A stillness that does not require perfection. A stillness that cannot be purchased, earned, or achieved through endless striving. Can only be experienced. Now imagine this. For just a moment, stop trying to fix yourself. Stop trying to become better. Stop trying to control every thought. Stop trying to solve every problem. Just sit quietly. Take a slow breath. And listen. Not to the noise of the world. Not to the noise of your mind. But to the silence beneath both. This is where the Buddhist secret begins. Most people spend their entire lives believing that peace comes from controlling the mind. But ancient Buddhist teachings reveal something surprising. The quieter mind is not the mind with fewer thoughts. The quieter mind is the mind that no longer fights its thoughts. This understanding changes everything. Think about standing in the middle of a river. The stronger you fight the current, the more exhausted you become. Eventually, your struggle becomes more painful than the river itself. Many people live this way mentally. They fight anxiety. They fight sadness. They fight uncertainty. They fight memories. They fight fear. And in doing so, they create a second layer of suffering. The original emotion may only last a few moments, but resistance can keep it alive for years. Buddhist wisdom teaches that healing often begins when resistance ends. Not because you give up, but because you stop making war with your own experience. The moment you stop arguing with reality, something remarkable happens. Your energy returns. Your breath deepens. Your body relaxes. And your mind begins to remember what peace feels like. This is why meditation is often misunderstood. Many people believe meditation is about eliminating thoughts. Then they sit down, notice thoughts appearing, and conclude they are failing. But thoughts appearing during meditation is not failure. It is completely natural. The goal is not to stop thinking. The goal is to stop becoming lost in every thought. Imagine sitting beside a peaceful lake. Leaves fall onto the surface. They drift for a while. Then they move away. Thoughts can be treated the same way. A memory appears. Notice it. A worry appears. Notice it. An emotion appears. Notice it. Then gently return to your breath. Again, and again, and again. This simple act trains the mind to rest. Over time, you begin to notice something extraordinary. There is a space between you and your thoughts. A space between you and your emotions. A space between you and your fears. And inside that space lives freedom. This freedom is not found by escaping life. It is found by meeting life exactly as it is. The Zen masters often spoke about ordinary moments. Not because ordinary moments are insignificant, but because they are where life actually happens. A warm cup of tea, morning sunlight through a window, the sound of rain, a quiet walk, the feeling of breathing. These moments seem small, yet they contain an entire universe of peace. The modern world constantly teaches us to look somewhere else, somewhere bigger, somewhere faster, somewhere more exciting. But Zen gently whispers, come back to this breath, come back to this moment, come back to your life. Because the present moment is the only place where peace can ever be found. Notice how children sometimes sit and watch clouds move across the sky. They are not trying to achieve anything. They are not trying to become someone else. For a brief moment they simply exist. Many Buddhist teachers suggest that awakening is not about becoming something new. It is about remembering what we have forgotten. We have forgotten how to be still. We have forgotten how to listen. We have forgotten how to rest. We have forgotten that our value does not depend on constant productivity. The world may reward busyness, but the soul often needs quiet. And perhaps that is why so many people feel exhausted, not because they are weak, but because they have been carrying too much mental noise for too long. The beautiful truth is that peace is closer than you think. You do not need a perfect life. You do not need perfect circumstances. You do not need all the answers. You simply need the courage to pause, to breathe, to observe, to allow, and to trust the process. Tonight before you sleep, try something simple. Turn off the distractions for a few minutes. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Then silently repeat, I do not need to chase this moment. Again, I do not need to chase this moment. Feel the words. Let them settle. Notice the tension leaving your shoulders. Notice the breath softening. Notice the mind becoming a little quieter. Perhaps not completely quiet, but quieter than before. That is enough. Peace does not arrive all at once. It arrives gently, like sunrise, like falling snow, like ripples fading across still water, little by little, moment by moment, breath by breath. And one day you may realize something profound. The peace you were searching for was never hiding somewhere far away. It was never waiting in another city, another relationship, another achievement, another version of yourself. It was here all along, beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the endless thinking, waiting patiently for you to notice. So whenever life feels overwhelming, whenever the future feels uncertain, whenever your thoughts become loud, remember this ancient Buddhist wisdom. You do not have to believe every thought. You do not have to carry every burden. You do not have to solve your entire life today. Sometimes the greatest act of wisdom is simply allowing the mind to become quiet. And in that quietness, you may discover something more valuable than certainty. You may discover peace. If this message resonated with your heart, take a moment to reflect on it today. And if you enjoy peaceful Buddhist teachings, mindful living, emotional healing, meditation wisdom, and Zen-inspired guidance, please support the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who may need a little more peace in their life. Thank you for spending this time with us. Until next time, may your mind be calm, your heart be gentle, and your path be peaceful. Soft Zen Mind.